What is up, everybody? This is episode 2 of the 5.5 Daily Dish. I'm Jake from Forex with Jake, and today's topic is 8 strategies that I've tested and what I've learned so far. Let's jump in. All right, guys, before we jump into today's video, I would like to give a shout out to Sean Bell, who I've just recently connected with, and look forward to getting our relationship rolling further on in trading. I'd also like to start this video, as always, I do have Tourette's. So if you see me looking around the room, it is not drugs, it is just Tourette's. So jumping in now. So the first strategy I tried after I learned the basic information from the video series that my company offers was the pip hailer. And that basically was a strategy that was a major scalping strategy. And once it started moving your way in your direction after you place a trade, you would place another one and those would compound and make you more money. So I learned a lot of things from it. One was risk management, because that technique used no stop loss. Which I learned very quickly that I was not comfortable with. Risk management is a huge part of trading, and that's what the next video is actually on. So stay tuned. But building off that, I did make money at the beginning, so I made my own adjustments and read into the price action a little bit more and made the modified pip hailer, which was my own strategy that eventually failed. But again, I've tried a lot of different strategies and a lot of different techniques, and I've failed a lot, which is a good thing because it's getting me a lot closer to winning. So now I have a strategy that's winning right now, and that's a culmination of all the things that I have practiced before. So it's really good to try all these different strategies and keep moving. So the head and shoulders was a price action. The price action head and shoulders. So basically there's a shoulder and then it goes up to a head, and then it goes back down to a shoulder, and then you're expecting another head, or vice versa, going the other way. And I did really well with that at first. Basically, I found out that you need more indicators. You can't trade just based off that. But it taught me a lot about support and resistance, which is a huge part of trading. Floors and ceilings is another way to say it. So moving on, my company launched a new product basically that was based off of cryptocurrencies when those were super hot. They still are, but a little bit less than they were back then, where you can actually trade cryptos through most brokers that do Forex. So one main strategy from an educator on that platform, on that new product, was the snapback strategy, which used Bollinger Bands and basically use the Bollinger Bands and moving averages to determine when to get into trades based off of basically go into the Bollinger Bands, out, and then back in, and then you're going down. So similar to head and shoulders. As I've gone through all these, I've learned that a lot of them are very similar. Each have their own unique things. I used our swipe trades, which is like the flagship of my company, which is basically copying and pasting signals from professional traders. And there's lots of different strategies that are based off that as well, not just following the exact trades, but learning as you go along. Also using the harmonic scanner, which is a computer program that finds patterns and recognizes patterns in the market and uses those patterns to tell you when to get in and out of trades. And there's a lot of strategies based off that as well that are all part of our group and things that people have developed that are in my company. Then one of the people that we work closely with in the business is Michael Martin. He's a big influence on a lot of people that are under him in his business. And he invented the Trendline Bot Manager, which is this tool that basically you use pullbacks and trends to get into trades. So I used that and did well with it. And I've used swing trades as well, which is our CEO's thing that he does himself. He calls that trades for the whole week. So I've won with some, I've lost with some, but I've learned from all of them, which is the most important thing. It's really just a learning process. If I hadn't gone through all the different ones that I've gone through, I wouldn't know what tools I like and what things I like to formulate my own strategy that I'm using now, which actually combines price action, support resistance, trendline manager, RSI, comparing on larger time frames, selectively taking profit and stop losses, all things that I've learned along the way. So you really have to get into trading and go in with an open mind. You're going to lose some. You just have to learn to roll with punches and move on and find out what tools you like and what works for you. I've tried a ton of different ones. Cloud strategy was another big one I did. The Ichimoku Kinko Hayo is the indicator that you use, which is basically the cloud, is the easy terms for it, which basically is also a trend tool indicator. So I really like support and resistance. I think I see it really well, and I understand it. I also like trends. So my strategy is a combination of those things, and it's a scalping strategy because I like the idea of getting in, getting your pips and getting out, compared to thinking about it all day, or like swing trades happen. You have to hold them for a long time, which is great for a lot of people. But for me, I'd rather just get in, get out, and not have to think about it the rest of the day. So that's just my technique, and everyone is different. And that's the great thing about my company, is that we offer and cater to all of those different kinds of needs for whatever you want. So that is it for today's video. For what I've learned, use proper risk management. The more strategies you use, the more you're going to learn, the more tools you're going to become familiar with, which is very important to get down to what you want. You're going to have to train. It does not happen overnight. It is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to work, which is more rewarding in the end, I think. So positive. So as always, you guys are the best. I hope you liked today's edition of the 5.5 Daily Dish. If you guys ever want to talk more about the company that I'm involved in, how I've gotten this far, the training that I've gone through, that kind of stuff, more about specific strategies or indicators that I'm familiar with, drop a comment, message me on Facebook, ForexWithJake. Anytime you want to talk, I am available, or will make myself available. So the second edition of the fun foreign fact of the day, and this one is pretty exciting. I don't know if it can top the top hat, but it will try. So the fun fact is, in Taiwan, there is a restaurant that serves their food on miniature toilets. So pretty special there. That is all for today's show. Nothing's required of you guys. If you want, go ahead and like, subscribe, hit the bell. So have a rad rest of your day. Buy low, sell high, ride the trends, and go with the flow.